Hi there guys, welcome back to Supercar Photographer. Today you join me down here at the Goodwood Festival of Speed on the Thursday. I wasn't meant to be coming today actually, or even this year, but thanks to my mate Harry, I'll put a link to his Instagram page on the screen now, but thanks to him, he's had a spare ticket and he sorted me out for today. So I'm only going for one day this year, but I'm going to enjoy the short time I have here. I might buy the Supercar paddock right now. There is a Kung and Egg Jumeirah in there. But yeah, I'm going to show you around the Supercar paddock the best I can, because there is a lot of people. So I'm just trying to work my way around all the people of the Supercar paddock. But we have the Rolls Royce Black Badge Spectre, and then we have the Praga Bohemia. Coming over here, I'm going to skip the Rivalto because I've filmed a few Rivaltos, but we have the brand new Temerario. My first time seeing it driving. I saw it at the secret meet the first time, but nice to see it again and nice to see it driving. I'm not going to lie, I just watched the Supercar run and it don't sound great, but hey ho, as the way new cars are going, at least it's not electric. Got the brand new Mustang GTD. So going back to hypercars, we have the Lotus Fire, 2000 horsepower electric hypercar from Lotus, and when he was on the Supercar run, he spun his wheels right up at the start line. It was cool to see. I'll try and catch the next Supercar run at half 4 to film some of these cars on the move. So from Aston Martin we have the new Vantage S next to the Vanquish Volante, which is also new. I think it's my first time seeing that. You can't really see through people, but I can film the best I can. From Bugatti we have the Body, which has its cooling fans on, which are quite noisy. Cool it down after it's run up the hill. So now on to Aston Martin, we have the brand new Valhalla. I've seen it at the secret meet, on the move as well, but seeing it at Goodwood, it's my first time seeing it get floored. Then we have the Kung and Egg Yesco Attack, looking very nice in this blue. I absolutely adore the colour, suits the car so well. We then have the Kung and Egg CT850. I've seen the grey one last year, but first time seeing the white one. So now we got the brand new Kung and Egg Sada Sphere, which has been revealed very recently from Kung and Egg. It's basically like the Yesco that I just showed you, but more track orientated. So it's got bigger splitters, it's lighter, it's got 30 more horsepower. And then I'll show you the back to have a look at the much larger spoiler. There it is. And finally along this row we have the Aston Martin Valkyrie, which I've filmed a few times on the channel, so I'm just gonna not film it for too long. So right here we have the Bugatti Veyron R Evo Roadster. So right here we have the new Bugatti Utopia Roadster. So I've gone down to the Cathedral paddock and I can hear a lot of noise at the drift cars. That was loud, but we have the Cadillac Jota team V Series R, one of the best standing Le Mans cars at the minute. So glad to see this car. But the noise has stopped on those drift cars, so I think I'm going to head back to the other side. So one of the celebrations at this year's Goodwood Festival of Speed is about Colin McRae. I mean, there's no introduction with Colin McRae really, but we have one of his Ford Focuses he raced in, And then we have a line of all the Subarus, and because this is Goodwood, they'll all be original, all like actual driven rally cars from Colin McRae. So cool to see all these cars in one place. As part of this celebration, there is the challenges of Colin McRae, so the cars that challenged him in his racing, like this Lancia Delta. There's another Integrale next to it. Now this is interesting me. It's electric, but they have the new Renault 5. Don't know what the actual name is for it, this one, but this is like the racing version, or I think it can drift as well. Been wanting to see this car for so long. So glad to see this thing in person, to be fair. Even though it's an electric car, but it's just so wide. Can't get over how wide that thing is. Now we have the Ford Super Truck, this crazy new electric Pikes Peak car from Ford. Look at the back of that. See right in how big that splitter is. Now we have an area that really interests me, which is the Ford Supervan, and they've got every generation of the Ford Supervan. How cool is that? I love the Ford Supervan. It's cool to see all these original Supervans in one place. So starting with the Ford Supervan 1, we then have the Supervan 2, now we got the Ford Supervan 3, one of my favourite ones of the lot. Look how low it is. I'd love to know what engine it has. Quite sure it might be a V6. So I've come down to the Cartier lawn to have a look at some of the Bugatti Veyrons they have on display for 20 years of the Bugatti Veyron. So we got just, I think this is the standard 16.4 from Simon Furlonger. They are quite a Veyron specialist really for the UK. It's amazing to see so many Veyrons in one place, but I think this is a Grand Sport. I'm not sure if it's a Grand Sport for test, but my first time seeing this example. So now I think this is the Veyron Grand Sport for test. This is also my first time seeing this one. Here's a look at the front. Looks very nice in the silver. Then we have the experimental prototype. I saw this at Secret Meet a few weeks ago. Then another car I've seen when I went to go and visit Tom Hartley Jr., but I've never got any photos of this thing because it was undercover and I was not allowed to take photos of it on that day. But here it is in the flesh, here at Goodwood Festival Speed. It's satin black. This is the final Veyron Super Sport ever made. Got a very nice Alpina BMW here. Yeah, there it is. Red brake calipers, red interior. The final one. And even on the seats inside, which I'm not able to film, it says the final Veyron Super Sport. Then we have another Veyron I've seen at the Secret Meet. I'm just rushing through now because I would have gone up to the top paddock, but it's just so hot. I don't want heat stroke, so I'm just gonna stick to the start line. But we have a Veyron Super Sport from Mechatronic. Wow, it must have been bought from Mechatronic, looking at the plate, but I think it is under ownership. Look at this. I think it might be full carbon. So cool. Got to have a look at the front. Yeah, that's it. So I've come to the start line now because it's just far too hot to be walking about the festival this year. But we got all the cars coming in. I think this is all the first glance cars, so brand new cars that have just come out. Maybe some people haven't seen them yet. But yeah, we're waiting for these to come back down. Once they come back down, we should have all the action. That didn't sound very good. Is the road legal Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. Let's come in. Now we have the new T33. Now time for the loudest of them all, the T50S. Here we go. Oh wow. So I'm just at the Landante stand right now, and believe it or not, I've just been let into their like sort of VIP only area to see their new car they've just revealed. I actually forgot the name of it, but I just got to speak to the designer of it, who's also the designer of the McLaren P1, the 720S. I'll put a little snippet of that up, but
I worked for McLaren for 11 years.
Oh, okay.
So I designed the P1 and the 720.
Oh, okay.
And while I was there, I developed, and I'd call it like design philosophy. And
I'm going to put that in a separate video to see the full chat I had with the designer. Very cool. Told me about the design of the car. So yeah, it's a bit of an exclusive really. So then, that is it for my day down at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. Once again, big thanks to my mate Harry. I'll put his Instagram link in the description, and I'll put the name up right now on the screen for offering me the tickets he had spare. But yeah, just one day. Last year I did 2 days for the first time. It's so much better to get round everything. Like today I've probably only done a quarter of the festival in one day, which is not too bad for a day, considering I watched some racing as well. But yeah, there is a kit car here in the car park. But I've really enjoyed my day at Goodwood. Seen lots of new supercars, including the latest and greatest from Ferrari, the F80. Well, I wouldn't say greatest, I prefer the F50 and LaFerrari from previous gens, but it's what we have to live with now. Yeah, that's it really. It was made even better getting to talk to the designer of the McLaren P1 and 720S, and also he designed that new car from Landante that we had a look round. So yeah, that is it. I hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you again for the next one.